Hi, this is Mark Dubois. We're going to talk today about how you can use Google Forms in your classes. Google Forms are an excellent way to collect feedback from students in an immediate way. I'm going to show you briefly how to build them and a little bit how to navigate the interface. Um, so here we go. Basically, you log in your Google Drive, click on Create, click on Form, and select a template. Doesn't really matter what you call it. We're going to call it my first form mark, and we'll just use this first one here. Show for new forms. Okay, so here we go. And I am going to call my first question, what is your name? And this help text is actually sort of italic and a little bit, not invisible, but not as predominant on the page. So if you wanted to say, must answer, please. Okay, so you don't need to fill this in, but sometimes you want to do that. And here, this check mark here is if you wanted to, the answer a choice, like would you like to do this project or that project, and it would take them to another area. I don't use this that often, but it's excellent. I've used this a lot to create multiple choice tests and give them out and have the students write it on the Chromebooks. And what I also do is use a script called Flubberoo. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but Flubberoo basically auto-corrects your multiple choice test. The only thing it won't correct are essay and paragraph questions, obviously. So one thing you must look at doing is down here, required questions. So if you want students to absolutely answer this, you click on that, and then you're done. So we're going to add another item, and there are several options. So now, see, I actually made an error here. So this is perfect opportunity. There's two buttons here. There's edit and duplicate. So we're going to edit this. And I didn't want this to be a multiple choice. I wanted this to be a short text paragraph. So here are some of your main options. Text is like this. So this is like one word, 2 words, whatever. Paragraph text is an essay or a short essay. And that will go into your spreadsheet and you can see how it looks. Multiple choice, pretty obvious. I won't really talk about these others, but these are some of the things you could also explore doing. Check boxes like sort of checklist. And these are somewhat similar, but I'll let you check those out. For the purposes of our class, I think what's most useful is the text, multiple choice, or short text. So I'm going to click done. I corrected that. And we're going to add another item. And down here you will see that many of the choices we just looked at are available. And see they have these under advanced. So you can play with that if you're interested. And even more interesting, recently they've added the possibility to include images and or videos. So you can have students watch a video and then provide an answer or some feedback on that video right beneath here. So let's add one more paragraph text. Okay. Can you explain your favorite new technology to me and why? So that could be a question I could ask this class, and click, I want this to be a required question, done. So here are the basics of Google Forms. Now, there are a couple options. So I'm done with this form. Let's pretend. So I only have 2 questions. Now you could have 30 if you want. And this saves in your Google Drive and can be resubmitted later on from year to year. You can change your theme. You can look at your responses. So let's do that. Well, I don't have any. Of course not. I didn't give it to anybody for anybody to do. One of the things I'm going to ask you guys to do is create a form and share it with one person and have that person fill it in so you can see what happens. One thing that's neat over here is you can see what the form looks like live. So I noticed there's a mistake here. I must have clicked on paragraph because usually if it's a 1-word item, it will show up as 1 word. So I'm going to go back over here, click edit, and change this to text. So we're done. And let's go again to view live form. So here's a short answer. Person will type this. This is what people who you email it to or post it on your wiki or on your Google site, we'll see. So they'll come here, type their answer. Let's see if it works. If I go test and test. Now normally you can write a whole bunch of stuff here. And I'm going to submit. And I'm going to go back. So let's see, view responses. And the responses are there, and they're also timestamped, which is very, very handy if you're asking students to meet certain timelines or whatever. Now you can always move these around. This is basically a Google Express sheet, they call it, Google Sheet. And you can even edit the form from here and customize it with other scripts and so on. We're not going to talk about that today, but one of the scripts I talked about is Flubberoo, which is a self-grading way to mark your assignments, kind of like a Scantron, except free. And I've used it many times, and it's quite handy. So that's all for Google Forms, and go out there, explore, and play around with it. It is really a very powerful tool for teachers. Thank you very much.